Back, everyone. Next up, we have InnerScope Hearing Technologies Inc. It trades on the OTC Pink sheets under the symbol INND and is a leading direct-to-consumer manufacturer and distributor of FDA-registered hearing aids, hearing assistive devices, hearing health-related products, and personal sound amplifier products. Please welcome its CEO and co-founder, Matthew Moore. Welcome back, Matthew. We're excited to have you back on our conference. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I appreciate you guys having me back here.
Good. Well, we look forward to hearing your presentation whenever you're ready.
Thank you so much. So yes, hello everyone. My name is Matthew Moore. I am the CEO and co-founder of InnerScope Hearing Technologies. We are a manufacturer, kind of like the intro just said. We are a manufacturer of direct-to-consumer hearing health products, like hearing aids, hearing aid accessories, personal sound amplifier products, and many other products and services that surround around helping the hearing impaired. There's over 70 million people suffering from hearing loss just in North America, well over 600 million globally. And we, InnerScope, along with our wholly owned subsidiaries, iHear and Hearing Assist, we are looking and aiming to help the tens of millions of people in North America and hundreds of millions of people around the world, helping with the hearing impairment. Just a small little background about myself. I'm third generation in the industry. My grandfather's been doing it since the 40s and 50s. We lost him about a year ago now. And, up until the day he passed away, he was still seeing the hearing impaired, helping them with hearing aids, not because he had to, but because he wanted to. It's in our family blood to help the hearing impaired. So that is kind of where we're all about. My family, we actually owned and operated one of the largest privately owned audiological clinics for decades. In fact, actually, our model was very disruptive. Our clinics were producing anywhere from 3 to 4 times the traditional revenues generated from a audiological clinic. So we were a very disruptive force in that brick and mortar space. Now we're turning our attention to the direct-to-consumer space. We've been on this mission for the past few years, and we've recently have come through with a couple big milestones, which I will discuss here towards the end of the presentation. So, let's dive into it here. So basically, obviously this presentation does include forward-looking statements. Here's some additional disclosures. And, not a lot of people know that there's a lot of consequences that comes along with untreated hearing loss. You have memory loss, you have dementia. In fact, you're actually 5 times more likely to get dementia and Alzheimer's if you have untreated hearing loss compared to someone that has hearing loss but is getting amplification. That'd be amplifications from hearing aids or even PSAPs. Essentially, amplification is what is gonna make the brain work harder. It's like an exercise. Use it or lose it, and that's basically the old adage. And that is very ties into the into hearing health, as well as memory loss and etc. It's a huge problem. In fact, there's, like I mentioned earlier, there's roughly over 48 million Americans suffering from a degree of hearing loss. 1 in 3 people over the age of 60 have hearing loss. In fact, 1 in 14 of Generation Xers, 37 to 48, also have a hearing loss. So, and baby boomers have a 1 in 6. So hearing loss is a huge problem that is not being addressed. That is one of the biggest problems in unfortunately our society, is that hearing loss is the number 3 most common medical condition in North America, but it's number 1 for most untreated. So it is so that's where, unfortunately, where we're as a society, as a industry, of where 98% of the current hearing aids being dispensed are from local brick and mortar clinics. That's where we're missing the boat. And that's the reason why our company is aimed to bring that affordability and accessibility on a direct-to-consumer level. As I mentioned earlier, with our 2 subsidiaries, iHear and Hearing Assist, we are aiming to assist the 70 million people in North America that are being currently underserved. Out of that 70 million, there's only roughly 8 million people that actually do have hearing help. So that leaves roughly 62 million people that need our hearing assistance today, not tomorrow, not next year, but today. It's going to take a while to, to really, grab a piece of that market over time, because there's a lot of reasons why people don't buy products, ranging from denial, stigma, vanity, cost. Since the cost of a current set of hearing aids is anywhere from $4,000 to $8,000 for a set, and we're able to do that with our subsidiaries, sell the product and have full professional service fees and all that, everything built in for around $500 to $1,000. We have different product levels, but $500 to $1,000 a set. So again, providing a 75% reduced cost directly to the consumer. InnerScope, it basically is bringing, is welcoming hearing care to the 21st century. We're moving hearing care out of the clinics into online and in-store, directly into our consumers' homes. We are deploying automated self-hearing screening kiosks. This is basically, going into pharmacies, grocery stores, big box retailers, that a person can actually test their hearing right there and then, get a screening, and ultimately be able to find out if they have a hearing loss or not. And if they do have a hearing loss, it directs them to purchasing one of our products from that retailer. So it's a great awareness campaign, a great lead generation. It really does provide that, that ability to increase the market. Of course, we're going to be providing public awareness of consequences that go along with untreated hearing loss, like cognitive, multiple health issues from, again, living with untreated hearing loss. And ultimately, our objective is to provide an accessible, affordable, in-store and online direct-to-consumer hearing aid and hearing services at a 50 to 75% reduced cost without sacrificing quality and without the need of visiting a in-clinic hearing professional. That is the traditional business model. Is going, again, people have to walk into a physical door and actually take a test, spend a couple hours in a clinic to get fitted with a hearing device. We have a system that we're able to provide a product that does not need a prescription. The person just needs to basically understand and know they have a hearing loss, which basically, you can take one of our hearing screenings. We have an online hearing screening. We actually have an in-home FDA-approved hearing test as well. But ultimately, a person already knows if they're suffering from they're not being able to hear well or understand clearly. And that's what we're aiming to do. And in fact, actually, I want to share a little docu-series video that we've actually put together, which we're launching right now. It's on YouTube, tens of thousands of views, 14,000 plus views over the past, couple weeks. This is basically our docu-series, The Power of Being Heard. And this is actually a individual named Bailey who actually suffers from hearing loss and is being able to hear again with the help of hearing aids, as well as with our products. So if you don't mind, if you play the video.
All right, they're connected and they're on. All through my childhood, I had problems with like ear infections and just, like a lot of sensitivity in my ears. But then like all of the events that I did as a kid, like, Midwestern kid stuff, like riding the four-wheelers and the dirt bikes and the go-karts and shooting guns and just making a ruckus all the time. But definitely the gun shooting I remember most as like a child, my ears feeling really sensitive to it all the time. So like to the point where like I didn't want to shoot them, not because I was like afraid of like shooting the guns, but just because like the sound was so loud that like it felt like it was just like, crushing my ears. So that was kind of what I think a really big contributing factor to my hearing loss was like, okay, the guns happened, the ear infections happened, but then I started playing the drums, and that was when my ears really, really got bad.
The first time I ever met Bailey, he like rolled up on this little penny board, and I thought he was so obnoxious. Everything that we do and interact with, it was just like these constant like, huh, what? And I truly like 100% thought like he's just messing with me or something. Like, what is his deal? Like, and then once I found out that he had hearing loss, I was so like taken aback.
noticed my hearing loss like in a big way, I'd say probably in like mid high school, probably when I was about like 15 or 16. My hearing didn't ever really strike me as like a big issue. It was just kind of like something that was just like, like whatever, like maybe most people don't hear as much as I do. But I knew that I was struggling a little bit to hear. So I went to the audiologist and did the hearing test where they go and check all of your frequencies and all that stuff. I got my results back and the audiologist was just like kind of shocked. I'm like 60% hearing in both ears. Like I don't hear a whole lot of anything.
Didn't hear that question or whatever.
Yeah. Well, like there's times where like I'll see you all like sitting like a little further away. Like if I'm over here like cutting stuff up and like I'll see you all talking, and I know that you guys are always trying to include me in conversations, but I just go ahead and assume that I'm not going to be able to participate, so I check out.
And like I feel that, and then I do also feel whenever you re-engage, like whenever you're like, all right, because you'll like say something to be like, I'm back in.
Right, like I'm here to participate now.
Yeah.
I always think it's interesting.
I've just grown accustomed to the way we have to communicate. And even after 7 years, I still am not in like a perfect practice of it. Like I'll still call something out from another room and, not speak to him facing him. Like it takes practice. It's a totally different way of communicating.
I definitely remember hearing aids from like back when I was a kid being like these massive, just beige, clunky machines. Like, and somebody had hearing aids, like if you didn't hear them, you didn't hear their hearing aids, you could absolutely see them. And they were like, yeah, like a set of hearing aids is gonna cost you like $7,000. And so for me, immediately, it was just like, full stop, I'm not getting hearing aids. I was like, I'm paying for my college. My mom's a single mom, has 3 kids that she's also trying to pay for everybody's school and, take care of like, our essential needs and then also take care of herself. Like the expectation that she or I was going to cough up like $7,000 for this, for something that I've seemingly like managed for a very long time. This was just like absolutely not going to happen. And so I went from my late teens, 19/20, to now, just in the recent couple of years with no hearing aid, no fix, nothing.
That's why it was so great when he did get hearing aids and got to finally experience that and, put those on for the first time and kind of see what, that change in him is really unique. And I was just always really glad that he then had that option to be able to tune in and really get to experience, the full hearing scope of his world.
I remember the first time that he had them on and all of a sudden it's like a light switch went off and sounds that he didn't realize he was missing all of a sudden became in focus.
Knowing that this exists is actually kind of like, it impacts me in a really positive way. It makes me really happy. For me, one, knowing that like I have access to like a hearing aid that I can adjust myself. I don't have to get out of the house. I don't have to waste a bunch of time. Had those been available to me at the price that these are offered, like I would have absolutely gotten them like immediately. It would have been such a huge boost to my education experience in college and high school, and all the people I've interacted with in that 8 years of my life would probably feel a little more heard, I guess, from me.
So that is, Bailey. Obviously it is a very, very touching story. And that's actually where, to be honest, every time I watch it, I always get chills, to be honest. It's a great story, but Bailey is just one of millions of people that are in the same position that ultimately know they need hearing help, but aren't getting help due to, again, cost, stigma, vanity, denial. There's a lot of reasons why, and that's why InnerScope with our subsidiaries Hearing Assist and iHear are looking to break down those barriers and again help the millions of people through multiple ways. And of course, I will dive into that again here just actually right now. We've had a couple of recent acquisitions last year. One being iHear, our wholly owned subsidiary. They have, they've come with a license for 60. We have a license for 60 patents of hearing technology. We have a highly skilled R&D team to create new groundbreaking patentable hearing health and hearing aid technology. In fact, we already have a couple of provisional patents submitted. So that way, we are excited to share some big growth in new products here in the next few months. We have a highly skilled manufacturing and distribution team as well. We bought all the IP, the assets related to iHear, to current and future hearing aid models and trademarks, as well as some unique and compelling marketing and advertising campaigns like the Bailey story and like many others. We are pushing the iHear as a premium brand to kind of, again, provide that affordable hearing health products. Again, there's the part of the summary is, where we've gotten a lot of great new technology ahead of us. Mobile apps, putting some AI, and even voice control in our hearing aids. So that way, just imagine having Alexa or something like that in your ears saying, hey, Alexa, turn up the hearing aid, turn down the hearing aid, change programs. Or what a lot of people use in some relationships, the mute function, Alexa mute. But that is where we're growing the iHear brand, and we're growing this again as a premium setup. In fact, the iHear brand we've launched automated self test hearing screening kiosks with numerous grocery stores and retailers across the country. You have a free, this basically gives a 3 to 4 minute hearing screening. After that, it gives the results directly to the consumer, and then it tells them, recommends them to purchase a product directly from us or from someone else. Or actually, not from someone else, from us, but ultimately getting the hearing assistance. The objective is obviously to have them purchase product from us, but ultimately the main goal and objective is to help the hearing impaired get awareness to the component. Rising tides lifts all boats. So, ultimately, that's the only way we're going to help 10, 20 million people, 30 million people, 50 million people, is people are going to buy products from us, buy from the competitors. It doesn't matter. We're increasing the market share as a whole, as well as it's going to be doing a call to action to buy a product from us. There's currently zero to little no competition in the hearing screening kiosks. We're one of the only ones doing this on a mass level. There's a few here and there, but nothing to the extent of working with grocery stores and pharmacies and big box retailers. We're actually capturing opt-in data for additional remarketing purposes. As well as part of this, the retailers will be carrying and supporting the iHear products in stores and online as well. In fact, we actually have a couple of pilot programs right now with Hy-Vee, Food City, Hearted Drug, and Giant Eagle. In fact, we're launching an additional 21 locations with Hy-Vee this week. So we're going to have a total of 24 locations with them. Ultimately, we have many retailers, well over 1,000 locations would like to have our kiosks within the next 3 to 6 months. So that is where the iHear brand is going to be diving into that. And really, again, being able to provide this awareness program, as well as this lead generation program to drive people to purchase our products. We also have an online hearing test platform for data collection as well. This is where, this is a online hearing screening that we're white labeling. This one, for example, is with Hy-Vee, that we're able to put it on their website, and ultimately on their website, on our website, and ultimately drive traffic to it. So if a person is not near our kiosk, or doesn't want to take it at the kiosk, they can go online and provide the same exact experience. Obviously, again, numerous retailers are planning on this co-branding effort. We actually have a landing page that you go to Hy-Vee.com. It actually talks about InnerScope, one of our brands, and then you click on a button, and it actually goes directly to this Hy-Vee consumer page, where a person gets 10% off, as well as can view our products. One of our next acquisitions was Hearing Assist, which we completed in November, actually. This company has produced well over the past 10 years, has over hundreds of thousands of customers and well over $70 million in revenue over the past couple of years. They sold and distributed direct-to-consumer hearing health products and hearing aids through national mass retailer like Walmart, CVS, Rite Aid, Best Buy, Walgreens, QVC, and many more. And there's also many distribution contracts with numerous retailers. In fact, we're actually launching a point-of-sale fixture located within the world's largest retailer, which I'll get to just here in a second. And then also we have a nationally recognized brand with high ROI on marketing and advertising on it. This is kind of the Hearing Assist current distribution channels. We're on BestBuy.com. We're on RiteAid.com. Of course, on Amazon. We just launched with Fingerhut. That's one of those easy payments payment companies that you can get products at a good monthly fixed rate or a weekly rate even. We're also on WalmartCanada.com and even WalmartMexico.com, in fact. So the Hearing Assist brand is growing, and then we're actually migrating our way into stores. In fact, we just announced an 8K, a couple 8Ks actually, of our launching of a within the Walmart Vision Center. This is where we're launching, nearly, actually $1,499. Don't know why we just can get the one extra, but $1,499 hearing assist product display fixtures in these locations. One is a full size fixture, which is roughly 299 of those, and then roughly 1,200 countertop fixtures. In fact, part of this, there's an initial inventory where we're putting an initial inventory of $1.58 million in the, within these products. These are direct purchase orders from Walmart. This is owned inventory, not consignment by any means. This is direct owned inventory. The $1.5 million purchase order has already been, actually it's waiting, it's en route to Walmart. Walmart trucking is picking it up and is on its way. And the full-size fixtures are going to be launched here within the next week or two. In fact, some stores are already receiving them. We're already setting up third-party merchandising companies to install all of these kiosks, all of these fixture displays. And then we also added the 1,200 countertop displays. We got a purchase order of just over $9.4 million of that. Again, this is owned inventory, not consignment. So well over $11 million in total going in purchase orders. That represents about $15 to $16 million in retail value, full retail value, because obviously the initial purchase order is on a wholesale base. Then we have 1,499 in-store product fixtures are going to the Walmart Vision Center, which, by the way, Walmart Vision Centers are directly all in the center of it. So, the objective is we're going to be launching, national rollout of phases to promote the hearing assist products at Walmart Vision Centers nationwide. We also have a replenishment objective. This is a conservative basis that one set of hearing products sold per store per week would represent over a $2 million monthly replenishment PO from Walmart. Just one set. That's just amazing. Just one set of products sold weekly. That is just amazing. And, think about it 3 to 5 times that, it gets fun. Let's just call it. And then, obviously the product lineup. These are kind of our main 4 products that we're launching within the product displays. Product Ease, which is our biggest seller. Well over 100,000 customers have been successfully fitted or successfully used the Hearing Assist Ease. That's selling for $4.99 a pair. The Hearing Assist Control, it's $5.99 a pair. These are 2 of our best products and our ones that we've had for a year or so. And then, of course, now we're launching 2 additional products, the Hearing Assist Connect, which is more like an AirPod design. That's selling for $6.99. And then Hearing Assist Stream, which is going to be selling for $7.99. The best part is both of these products are 100% streaming, which means that you'll be able to stream your TV, your phone, your cell phone, listen to music. They're fully rechargeable, and you'll be able to buy these products, and you'll be able to have it as a normal headset, especially with the traditional hearing aid looking one, the Hearing Assist Stream. Full streaming capabilities that go along with it. And best thing is both the Connect and Stream have a built-in battery charger built inside it. So basically, if it dies after about 16 to 18 hours of use, pop it back in there, and you have both cases have about three times the charging capacity. So you can go on the road, you can go anywhere with these, and you don't have to plug them in nightly into the outlet. Well, unlike the control in these. So that's one of the best excitement for the product side. Now, here's a fun little thing to share. This is a map of all 1,499 locations that we're going to be launching within the Walmart Vision Centers. Obviously the blue is the countertop fixture, 1,200 of those, and the green fixture is the full size fixture going into 299 locations. Here's actually a 3D mock-up actually of the which is an exclusive content, let's say, to this event. This is a 3D mock-up of real size, in full size of what it's going to look like in the Walmart Vision Center. This is again, we have a third-party merchandising company that's going to be deploying these. Actually, some of these are actually going to be built by the Walmart Vision Center directly as well. So we have a great relationship with them. In fact, actually, we've just got back from a training from Bentonville just a week ago, I think, week and a half ago, whatever. And it's amazing. After 2 days of training, Zoom call and all that, we were Zoom calls with well over 1,000 Walmart associates around the country. So it was amazing because every one of these locations actually are seeing the training and watching the training, and was a live feed for over an hour. So everything was. We have just an amazing relationship with Walmart. We've done a lot of business with Walmart, and we've helped a lot of Walmart customers. That is the key element here, is that we're helping the hearing impaired. We're helping people that need to hear the world. That is, that's what really feeds me and feeds my family, is this overall sense of an opportunity to help the hearing impaired that is being underserved. And that's why Walmart, of all companies, Walmart is excited and wants to help those hearing impaired. Their customer base is just massively that needs the assistance. And finally, the roadmap of the next, immediate objectives. We're launching hearing screening kiosk pilot programs and hearing products with like Hy-Vee, Food City, Giant Eagle, Hearty Drug, and then also with a nationally recognized pharmacy chain, which I cannot disclose at this time. Well over 65 locations will be operational between now and the next 60 days. Phase one of the hearing assist advertisement on digital, online, broadcast, and Connect TV. Deploying, obviously, the full-size product display fixture in 299 Walmart Vision Centers, which is happening next week and the week after, over the next 2 weeks, while we're deploying the other 1,200 by late June, early July, or let's just say late June into July. Launching 1,200 locations is it's going to be challenging, but, with a partner like Walmart, we are, everyone's dedicated to making this happen right away, and really, obviously, surpassing our conservative goals of one set of products per store per week. We're all highly motivated to get past that. Short-term objectives: we want to deploy well over 125 hearing screening kiosks with various retailers. We already have we have all of the 125. Total, plus the 65. With the 65 already deployed, and the 100 or 75 or 65 left, we are 60 left, I guess. We have those in stock, ready to go. We're just working with the retailers to get get on their map, get on their space. Their plot maps, they call it, or planograms, so that way we can actually launch these. We're going to be launching the phase 2 of the hearing assist advertisement, which basically is 4 times the budget for phase 1. So this is where it's really going to be. We're going to beef it up from national TV, digital, you name it. We're going to launch the hearing assist and iHear products in stores and online with additional nationally recognized retailers online and in stores. And then also we're going to be launching the iHear unique, patentable, and highly connected hearing products. That's the additional streaming functions, saying, use the word Alexa or something similar. That's where, we're going to be, that's where we're working right now on adding some smart AI, into our products. And then, of course, our midterm objectives in the next 4 to 8 months, the launching of our over-the-counter direct-to-consumer hearing aids for the iHearing Hearing Assist once the FDA releases final guidance. That's where, a lot of retailers are waiting for that at this point to grow the chain even further. To grow, Walmart and other retailers are all waiting for this FDA clearance for this new category of over the counter, which is going to be able to open up a lot more doors for us. And open additional product opportunities. We're selling hearing aids, and we're direct to consumer hearing aids, and we're selling sound amplifiers right now. But this is going to open more doors. We're going to launch the product display and products with a globally recognized retailer once the OTC hearing aids are released, and again launching hearing screening kiosks and products with globally recognized retailers once the OTC hearing aids are released. So basically, it's the FDA where there is no firm timeline, but everyone's speculating anywhere between September and October this year is when the final guidance is going to be released. Potentially in July, they're going to give a little bit of a reading and say, hey, it's going to be 60, 90 days. So July and August is going to be an interesting time to watch to see if the FDA will give us that, that little morsel. So anyway, so that is basically the presentation. I know we've gone over, but other people went over. So I know if there's any questions or comments, love to answer them. If I'm not able to answer them, please email ir@INND.com. That's IR, like investor relations, IR@INND.com. But if you want to open up the floor to any questions, that'd be fantastic.
Great, Matt. Thank you so much. Great presentation as always. Yes, we've got 5 minutes with tons of questions, but let's jump right in. Okay, Joseph Maroon asks, how does INND compare with competitors in terms of market share, product and service offerings, and innovation? Plus, what is forecast on sales, and when does INND expect to be profitable?
Great questions, all great questions. Basically our products are on par, if not better, than the leading competitors. A lot of the direct to consumer hearing channels, unfortunately, a lot of those are actually starting to close up. We've acquired there's less than 8 now competitors in the market space. There was 10. I bought, InnerScope acquired 2 of them. So we are acquiring technology and companies and distribution points all the time with that. When it comes to the profitability of it, we are forecasting some healthy revenues and sales. There is some non-cash losses, derivative losses that are non-cash element, in there. So that, you look at our 2020 financials, our 2021 financials, the company was actually just a loss of about $2.5 million, I believe, in operation, but 50 some million in derivative loss, non-cash. So, on a cash basis, cash operating business, we believe that InnerScope will be profitable within the next couple months based off of our relationship with Walmart and other retailers.
Great. Thank you. Miguel Goviner Gomez, Nicholas Donald, Wesley Bellier ask, if not already, is there a timeline for FDA approval for OTC? What's the approval process?
That is a long answer to that one. And unfortunately, no one really has the real answer because only the FDA really has the real answer, and they're taking forever to do it. Basically, it was President Obama started in 2015 and then started the ball rolling. Trump signed it into law in 2017. And of course, Biden's looking to finish it. So with that, that's where the FDA process, it's in law. It's written in law that OTC hearing aids exist, but the regulations aren't there yet. So ultimately, it came out a few months ago, or actually end of last year, that they're going to release it in the 3rd and 4th quarter of this year. So that is what is being told to us right now. The FDA technically, as of this point, is nearly a year delayed on the actual release of it. So to be honest, it is this entire industry, and many of my competitors have raised a lot of money basically thinking that the OTC market would have already happened by now, but we're right on the cusp of this right now. So it is perfect timing for InnerScope and InnerScope with these retailers.
Aaron Levine and Charles Brunner want to know an update on the full audit of the company.
Absolutely, yeah. Audit's going underway with our audit firm, PKC. We are in the final confirmation process. I've been told as of on Monday that I will have audited financials, within this week or next week. We should be actually launching the audited financials one quarter at a time, catching up. We should be filing for paperwork for SEC reporting, within the next 30 to 45 days, if not sooner. So we are, again, PKC with our audit firm and our outside accounting firm, Frochi and Associates. We are working tirelessly to make InnerScope current with all of its filings and become SEC reporting, fully reporting once again, because we were for many years. So we're 100% committed to that.
Great. Talk to us about uplisting, stock buyback, reverse split, and what the timeline is.
Another great question. At this time, we are reviewing all options to get us to the next level. Right now, we are focused on growing revenues, growing sales, growing distribution channels. Everything is going to be coming into line with everything within the next 3 to 6 months. And then we're going to be reviewing all options. I can say everything is on the table, nothing is off the table. But it is our objective and our dream to of course, graduate from the OTC market to a senior exchange. But again, our main focus is growing revenues, growing profits, and growing our distribution channels. So our products, Hearing Assist and iHear, will be represented in thousands of locations nationwide.
Wonderful, Matthew. Last question concerning growth from Azmi Sukor. Are you planning to expand overseas as well? And what's your intended market share?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many opportunities for us to grow overseas. We're already connected with pharmacies and grocery store chains, obviously, that are here in the States that have global presence. So we're in the process of going through that as well as one of the largest grocery store pharmacy chain in Europe is also. We've been communicating with them for quite some time as well. So there is a lot of opportunities for growth in overseas. And ultimately, the market share, direct to consumer, is less than 2% of the hearing aid market. So our objective right now is that we're going to be growing the market share with our partnership with Walmart and other retailers. We firmly believe we will have over 50% of the direct to consumer hearing aid market, very, very quickly, based off of the forecast related to that. But there again, it's the 98% of the $5 billion market is still in brick and mortar. That's where we're going to be clawing at for months and years to come. But we're confident that we will be grabbing a 50% market share, or let's say the direct-to-consumer market will be driving a 50% market share of that total pool. And with our Hearing Assist and iHear brand, InnerScope will be a leading figure in that. So it's a roundabout answer of saying that, because there's a lot of things that have to happen, but we are positioned extremely well right now.
Well, congratulations on all of this. I will certainly inform my father of your products, because he's been struggling with this for a very long time, and hearing is extremely important. So you're doing a great service for people out there.
Thank you so much. And I look to help assist him and 70 million other people.
Great. Well, you've got tons of questions, Matthew. We're going to send so you can answer directly, but we look forward to you joining us again on the conference with your updates. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, everyone, thank you so much for having us come into your living room wherever you are around the world. We're reaching people globally. I just want to let you know in just a second, you're going to be redirected to the registration page for our next conference in 2 weeks. So stay on. Let's reserve your spot early. On behalf of all of us at Emerging Growth, I'd like to thank our presenters and attendees for making this such a great success. Remember that a complete replay of this conference is going to be on our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Emerging Growth Conference. So subscribe there and follow us on Twitter at Emerging Growth C. I'm Anna Berry. On behalf of myself and everyone who made this event possible today, I wish you all a great rest of your week and success and health out there. And we'll see you on our next conference in 2 weeks. Thanks for joining us.